I just accidentally hit the off button. Now I'm creating another part two, real quick. I was already on 40 something minutes. But like I said, sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. I don't really know. As far as I know, I heard two different things, right? Because you got the new age aspect of shit, and then you got the old actual fundamental real shit. So like, it's basically like the gift that I have. It's called discernment, right? But now in these new ages, they're like, oh, it's empathy and this and that, and anything new age processed or like modified or new, like in this new age from the 2000s. I want to say like 2020 from 2019 to 2020 all the way up, maybe a little further back, I'm not really sure, but I want to say the good grasp of like between, yeah, like about 10 years. Let's say 10 years, all right? The last 10, 11 years, that those are all new age type shit. Some things does make sense, but I'll go back to what it was. You know what I mean? Because even in the Bible it says there's nothing new under the sun, right? And if there is something new under the sun, that's because God allowed that one aspect in for a particular type of trial, depending on whatever that might be. Like that's on a whole different level. That's on some whole different deeper shit. But everything else is the same. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. There's a incredible amount of knowledge out there, like endless amount of knowledge, and that all comes from God. All knowledge, all wisdom, it comes from God, and we all come from Him, whether we want to believe that or not. You know, everybody says the Big Bang Theory. Well, what the fuck banged out? You know what I mean? Like, was it just? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. There's a reason why. If you think about it, right? Here's the easiest way to break it down, because a lot of people are like, oh, prove it this, prove it that, right? Like air, when you breathe air, you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? You can feel it. You know it's going through your body. You know you have to breathe, right? And that's kind of the same concept of like people can't see God. People don't understand that. People do believe. Some people are like, no, that's a religious-based thing, and da-da-da. Okay, if that's really true, then why the fuck do you believe in the devil? Why are you worshiping the devil? Why are you doing fucking circles and stars and shit like that with that? You know what I mean? Why are you doing witchcraft? Why are you doing voodoo? Like, where do you think that shit comes from? You know what I mean? Wisdom from the wicked one, right? The wicked one fell that God created. And I honestly believe, this is some shit I figured out earlier, right? So my mom and me, we would be talking, and there's a picture that she has that's on the wall, and it says, it has like some dogs on there, right? Like, because she has puppies and stuff like that. And it says, I'll send them without wings. Speaking of the angels from heaven down on here on earth to the dogs, right? So that's one true aspect. If you really think about it, like it could be a hidden message there that nobody's really seeing. Because dogs are very loyal. They won't judge you. They'll watch you do all these fucked up things or mistakes, but they'll stay loyal to you, right? Maybe because of the wisdom that they have. Like I said, it could be angel based, but my mom said dog spelled backwards is God, right? That's crazy to me. And I was like, I didn't look at it. And I told her, well, you think that's true? Like, you think they're fucking angels and shit, you know? And she's just sitting there like, I don't know, you know? And today I figured something out when I really started thinking about it. Now, evil, spelled backwards, is live. L-I-V-E, right? E-V-I-L. Live, right? If you think about it, what are we doing? We're living, right? We're spirits in a body that live life, right? We get to live life and experience life. Touching, smoking, drinking, fucking, you know what I mean, driving, sightseeing, eating, enjoying conversation, laughing, sleeping. You know, we get all, you know, back rubs, love, like if you know how to love or you want to be in love or you do love, you know what I mean, relationships with friends, you know, popcorn, movies, you know what I mean, all the good stuff in life that life has to offer, clothes, how they feel on you, what they make a woman feel like when they wear clothes, people that buy nice things for you, you know, candy, anything, right? All the aspects you can think of, you know what I mean? Even like being on a roller coaster, going on rides, buying your girlfriend flowers, or even a friend some flowers, or your mom some flowers. You know what I mean? Having cereal with the kids, you know, playing around with your kid. All that fun shit, right? Life. Living life, right? And if you think about it, those angels that were up there with God, and he's like, oh, let us make man, right? First man was Adam. Then he cut him open, put him into a deep sleep, and out of man came woman, right? W-O, and then M-A-N. And then, like they say, woman. So, I forget the concept of, like, what it was saying, but there was this dude that I used to listen to. His name was, Monroe Gospel, right? Or Monroe Incorporated or whatever. Some black preacher dude. Cool as fuck. But if you think about it, it was like, it said something about the rib being out of man, right? So, like, I think, like, in reverse of, like, the out man or out of man or something like that, with the O switched up to a W. That's how it became. Oh, no. Okay, now I remember. Okay, so man is spelled M-A-N, right? Man. And then if you add the W-O, it's woman, right? But it was without man, right? Without man or out man or something like that. Meaning they pulled the rib out of him, and then that rib biologically was made a woman, right? Woman, man, woman, right? Very crazy. But my cousin had told me, he's like, hey, if you think about it, when you read it, he's like, what does that sound like when God removed the rib from Adam to make a woman? What does that sound like? I was like, I don't know, you know? I wasn't able to catch it. He's like, dude, that's like surgery, right? So think about it. Everything that is now today comes from that knowledge up there. Comes from heaven. Where are they getting it from? From the fallen ones, right? Surgery, psychological awareness, feeding you medication, doctoring, right? Giving you the bad stuff for your body, like cereal, sugar, energy drinks, coffee, drugs, weed, cigarettes, heroin. You know what I mean? Like everything you can think of. Cereal is not even good for your kids. It's nothing but sugar. Eventually they're going to get diabetes and die. You know what I mean? Cholesterol, right? They say cholesterol. It's actually just shit that you're putting in your body that clogs your arteries. You know, it could be a bunch of oil. Oil's not even supposed to be in your body. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you eat fried chicken, there's grease in there, right? I'm not saying don't have fried chicken. Fried chicken's pretty fucking bomb. You know, even the vegetarians have it. But it's not actual chicken. But whatever that they're eating, you know, they think, oh, you know, this is good. And, you know, because it says on, look at the ingredients in the back, nigga. If you have problems or inflammation or anything like that, it's because there's something in there that you're not supposed to be eating. Just because you're eating something that was packaged and it says vegetarian on it, doesn't mean that it's necessarily vegetarian. Now, if you want to be a real fucking vegetarian, you're going to go to the store, get some lettuce, get some fucking celery, get some carrots, get some bell peppers, you know, like, go to the produce section. You know what I mean? Get real fucking food. Get real produce shit. If you want to make, like I've done it. Like, you know, I've made fake ass patties. You use beans, oatmeal, and then you just put the seasoning with that, and then you kind of like, after you make the beans, you smash them down to where it gets real fluff, and then you mold it with the with the oatmeal. And then you add your own seasonings, and then you flatten it like a patty, and then you cook it. It's just beans. You know what I mean? And whatever you season it with, it tastes fairly like meat. You know what I mean? Depending on how you fry it. Now, other individuals, they'll go to vegetarian stores, and they'll buy these products that other people push out, or they make. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's good for you. It's got fucking chemicals in it. You know what I mean? Like real bad chemicals. It's better just to eat healthy. Like today, I had a little bit of chicken. It was probably like about that big, right? And it was the last amount of chicken that I had for Lulu and me. I just shared it not even like I want to say like maybe like half of it, and then I gave the rest to her. And it was so small, and I made these little tacos. I put that with some rice, and then majority of it was like lettuce and fucking how do you say, like cilantro on top, right? Small ass little tacos. I'll show you how small these tacos are. Hold on a second. Cause I'm not a fucking liar. I got these at Family Dollar, and to tell you the truth, every time we're coming back from like Kohl's or Walmart or whatever, I've been looking at Del Taco, and I'm like, man, I want some fucking tacos. I want some fucking chili cheese fries. Because when me and my sister were little, my mom used to work there. You know what I mean? And not that that's a bad thing. I don't want her to think that I'm clowning or anything like that. Like she did a hell of a good job raising us and keeping a roof over our head, and I give my mom props for that shit. She's a tough son of a son of a gun. But look at these little tacos, man. Like these things, they're so little. Like they're tiny. You know, it looks big from the camera, but dude, they're so fucking tiny. Look at that. You know, and I had the little meat in here. It was so small. It was barely even covering. It was probably like about like I want to say like right here. You know, that was about it. And then everything else was like lettuce, and then I had some cilantro. I warmed it up, ate 2 of these, and then I warmed up some noodles, and whatever I had left in the bowl, which was like the rice and some of the chicken, it honestly wasn't a lot. Like the portion amount was probably like that. You know, like it wasn't really a lot because I shredded it and then I added the rice, so the rice kind of made more, and then some cheese, so that added more of the foundation. So realistically, I didn't really eat shit. You know what I mean? But I had made some noodles, and whatever was left in there, added a little bit of more rice, and I just ate that slowly. You know what I mean? A fairly good bowl, and that was just to take down the energy drinks that I had drank, because I had ended up having another energy drink when I came out of Smart and Final, because I went to get some oranges. I needed to get some apples and some lemons and stuff like that. And then I was gonna say too, in the other video that I didn't mention, but it was another concept, like I was saying about the conditioning, because I'm so used to, in my job, I made good money. You know what I mean? I was able to pay my rent, pay this, pay that. You know, I was handling business. You know what I mean? And I was able to treat myself or treat my family at times and give good money. You know what I mean? I was getting my dog good stuff. You know, and when I would go to the Smart and Final, I would go to 2 stores. I would go to Smart and Final, and then I'd go to Walmart. So if I was getting stuff at Smart and Final, I was able to get like a gang of lemons, big old bags of lemons. Sometimes they were expensive as hell. A gang of green apples, bunch of oranges, some pepper jack cheese. You know, like 2 bags of rice, some good Mexican rice that I use when I make the Mexican rice, lettuce, you know, little can of menudo, a bunch of chicken. Sometimes I'll buy some chicken or like some bacon for my dog, you know what I mean? Because, you know, realistically, whether people believe it or not, the dog food that you buy at the store, it gives them cancer. It fucks up their joints, it fucks up their bones, you know, like if you read the back of the label, it's no different from what they fucking give us. They give us that 40 yellow something and red and bean. They give it to the dogs too, you know, they give it to the cats. So, like, I don't like feeding her that. I like to feed her real fucking shit, you know what I mean? I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what the veterinarian says. If they're like, oh, you're not supposed to be giving him this and that, nah. That's all bullshit, you know? They make money off you, so I don't believe in anybody that's making money off your body. You know what I mean? So, like, basically, I feed her just chicken, and for a while I was giving her, like, chicken and carrot, because carrot's good. Carrot's good for the joint. But she don't really like the carrots anymore. I can work that in later, but usually, like just to, you know, like, pass the time up, or if she gets bored, or I can't, you know, attend to her needs when I'm doing stuff, but I want to keep her entertained, I'll get an ice cube and I'll just throw it on the floor. Like, my mom taught me that, you know, throw an ice cube. She'll just chase it around because it slips everywhere. Her fucking paws are you know what I mean? She kind of acts like a cat. So, anyways, yeah, so what I was going to say was that all those times that I would go shopping, right? Like, I'll break down the concept real quick because I'm gonna end the video fairly soon because it's accumulation of so much time. But, yeah, so, anyways, I was so used to buying a certain amount of stuff, but today I limited myself. I had like $40, right? $45 at the most. So I got like a little cheese that I wanted. I got about like 8 green apples, 10 lemons, and what else did I get? I got some lettuce. I got some cilantro. The cilantro was actually two bundles for 88 cents. You can't beat that, right? 69 cents a pound for the lettuce. It didn't even weigh nothing. And then I got the apples, like I said. The apples were probably like $1. And then the oranges were, I think, $1.29 or $1.26 or something like that. I only got like 4 of them. And then the lemons were 79 cents each, right? So I times that 8 something, right? I got a Blue Monster, which was $2.50, and then I got a beef jerky, original beef Slim Jim. I gave it to Lulu as a treat. You know, she likes eating that shit. I know that's probably not that good, but I mean, it's better than the fucking stupid dog food. So, anyways, I got all that stuff, and I think I only paid like a total of like $26 or whatever like that, which was good because I saved some money. You know what I mean? And when I got home, I emptied everything out, and I'm like, where the fuck's all the fruit? And see, it's because I'm so conditioned to getting so much shit. You know what I mean? Because I would get like 20 fucking lemons, like 8 to 10 oranges, and 15 apples. You know what I mean? So that's just it though. But I did fairly well. Like, I don't need all this fruit because before, I remember I would get too much shit and I can never get to it all, and some of it would go rotten, and I would throw it away like, and I was just wasting money. So like I said, you know, see, sometimes like even when you're making a lot of money, you become, is that fucking fly? You become kind of careless. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so like I was saying, you know, those are a lot of the concepts of things to the shit that I've learned over time. And it makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, sorry. It makes a lot of sense to, you know, learning things and just, you know, learning to be more open-minded to things and you know, catching, because like to me, like I said before, you don't need a specialist to tell you what your issue is. You know what I mean? Like, if you can really just sit there and like not be on your phone, not give so much electronics or other things attention other than like, you know, like earlier today I turned off the radio, I turned off the TV, I turned off everything, and I was working in silence. Like, I was working out. And I noticed like how my mind was more focused and in tune with my body, my mind, the way I was with my puppy, you know, like, and I get how she's trying to get me to that level because there's certain things like that we're not supposed to be, you know, around. Like I said, there's different energies that come out of the rug. There's a lot of things that take down our frequencies. So like certain things that I see her tearing apart, it's because she knows in her mind, she's like, this is the enemy. You know, this is no good. Like, they know shit that you don't even know. You know what I mean? Because, like, it's like one of my homies said, hold on, let me take a drink of this. Oh, man. There's a homie of mine. His name's Alex. And, I told him, you know, I think sometimes my dog can sense shit out of my phone, dude. Like something's up with it. Because every time I would pull it out and look at it, she'd go, ah! Right? Like, ah! And he's like, that's right, dog. He's all, you want to know why? He's all, because he's like, they're all in tuned. He's like, they're all about nature and shit. He's all, they don't believe in no fucking government, no president, no fucking sociality or whatever. He's like, that, none of that. And I was like, oh, wow, you know, like, I never thought of that shit, you know? I don't know if I said that in one of my other videos, but if I did, I apologize. But if you haven't heard it, that's some real shit right there, though. You know what I mean? They don't. You think she gives a fuck about voting? Or, oh, is Trump gonna make this? Or, oh, who's gonna save the world? What about our taxes and this? It's all bullshit, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're all doing it. You know what I mean? I'm doing it. You know, I mean, but what else do we have to do? Like, what? We gotta survive at some point. You know what I mean? But if we can find a way, like I said, if we could find a way and come together and eliminate all that and really come into the truth about shit. And let go of all the other concepts that we think we know, we can build something so much greater. Put an end to the suffering, put an end to the bullshit, put an end to the psychological, you evaluating like, oh, is this person good for me or not, or the narcissistic and all that. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You know what I mean? Like, I know 100% fact, everyone wants love. Everyone wants to be happy. Everyone wants a good family. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing drugs. You wouldn't be complaining about it. You wouldn't be saying or talking about and venting to your friends like, oh man, you know, my boyfriend, I just can't get it, or my girlfriend, or my baby daddy, or my mom, or my dad, and my brother and sister, and the family's just all fucked, and you know what I mean, and you're angry all the fucking time, and that's all day long, you know what I mean, or even at work, like, oh yeah, fucking what's his name got more fucking tips than me, and I was supposed to go over there, how come they scheduled him with you? It's just stupid shit. You know what I mean? None of, like I said, all that shit is an illusion, and you're feeding into it, and you're giving it power, you're giving it all that. You know what I mean? But once you can learn to let go, like learn to grow with one another, then that's when everything, the illusion's gone. That fake firewall, whatever, that's blocking you from happiness is gone. You know what I mean? And I truly believe that we all deserve somebody. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Like, I've had all kinds of bad fucking girlfriends. I've had many booty calls from back in the day. You know, maybe some recent from before or whatever, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm all by myself. But, I mean, who's going to love me more than me? So I got to love me. So I've been loving me, you know what I mean? I've been taking care of me. But it's just a matter of time until I get the right one. You know what I'm saying? Or a matter of time before you get the right one. You know what I mean? And I believe... And everybody does. Everybody deserves it. I don't care how big you are, how fat you are, however you look at yourself. If you think your hair's too short, or like me, I'm bald. Oh, no one's gonna like me. You know, like nah, it doesn't matter, man. Like if I get a good energy out of you, you're a good person. Hey, someone's gonna love you. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what position you're in. You know what I mean? Real love, real love lasts forever. And what is forever? Really think about that. Like really think about that. Forever. Ever, this lifetime, next lifetime, in the afterlife, after that life, into another life. It's connected. It doesn't matter. It's always going to be there. You might split apart one time and then fucking eventually, boom. Like, it's magnetized. It's there. It's always there, right? So if you think about it, right, that's what that is. It's oneness. Oneness. It's there. You know, when they say your heart gets breaking, it's because you guys you're not there at the time till you come back together. You know what I mean? And it's just a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And that's just kind of like how I feel. Like I said, I believe that that's how we'll change the world. Love, compassion, oneness, togetherness, family. You know what I mean? Like what they separate everything. United States of America. Okay, how united are we really, right? And then they say they put a label on everything. Texas, Canada, fucking New York, Chicago. You got Amsterdam, Canada, Mexico, Florida. Nevada. It's Arizona. So stupid, nigga. It's land. It's all land. It's just land. They just label shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what's this white gallon of stuff? Oh, it's milk. Does the body good. Vitamin D, yeah, die. It's gonna fucking kill you. You know what I mean? you just don't see the concepts there. You know what I mean? Just break away from that. Like really, it does hurt. Don't get me wrong. It does really hurt to rip away all those, like I said, a firewall. Once you get that shit to, it's gone. It don't exist. It has no power. It cannot grow. The only thing that can grow is love, compassion, oneness, togetherness, and letting go, learning to let go, and forgiveness is a big thing. Forgiveness and peace. Once that can really match, it's forever. It's forever. And I have the answers, man. I have all the answers. I know I do. Right now, it's just taking a long time for it to come into effect. And when it does come into effect, I'm gonna do a lot of amazing things because I really believe in it. And I'll show you guys. I'll show you the most amazing things. But anyways, you guys have a great night. I hope you guys look into the video and really think about what I said. And catch you on the flip side. All right? Peace out.